Good evening and welcome back to day 2 of the FargoRate sponsored CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. And next up is a match between Aleksa Pecelj from Serbia and the King of Hong Kong, Robbie Capito. The players are ready. I'm ready. I'm Mark White. Good evening. With me in the booth is nobody, because Tony Robles is still fighting for his life down on table number 7. So he will be joining me soon. Until then, you've got to put up with me. Pecelj won the leg and we'll break. It's 2 races to 4. Early 10s do count. Not on the break though. If it's made on the break, it will be respotted. We are on a shot clock, 30 seconds, with 1 30-second extension per rack for each player. Dry break, the 10-ball break, notoriously difficult, especially when you're using the triangle, not the template. And nothing left, and depending how he feels, I'm sure he won't be jumping this just to push out. Unless he can get the edge of it, can he? Can push out, for those of you that are new to the game. After the break, if you don't like what you're left, you can play a push out and then your opponent will come to the table. If they don't like it, they'll give it back to you. So it's kind of a tricky thing to do. He's tried to tie up the 2 there. He's left him a bit of a tempter on the 1 ball, but he did cover that 2 ball. So very clever push. Now it's up to Aleksa to decide what he wants to do. So the push out worked, but of course that 2 ball still a little bit difficult to get on, although it does go into this bottom right hand corner. Plenty of other games going on, guys. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest scores. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz has just gone through. Well, sort of a 2-way shot here. Yeah, the short stick coming out is going to be going airborne for this one. Called it in the side, just in case he makes it off the 9 ball. Made a legal hit. Cagey start. This is our 5th match of the day, with another one to come at 9 PM straight after this one. Yeah, Robbie Capito done really well in Michigan. Ended up in 2nd place to the reigning champion Aloysius Yap. A 9 PM match is an absolute classic as well. It's going to be Victor Zelensky versus Chang Jung Lin. Now then, first real chance for the man in the Team Serbia shirt. Aleksa Pecelj had quite a little bit of success on the Euro Tour. He's a regular there. came 9th in Lasko. His best finish is a 5th place in the Predator Bucharest Open in 2022. $25,000 on offer to the winner of this tournament, 15 to the runner-up. And we'll know who the champion is on Saturday. And the defending champion, Mario He, is still in it as well. You might recognise this guy. I think he played for Team Serbia in the World Cup of Pool. He seems to like the number 9 because he had a 9th finish in that one as well. Nice little draw for the 6. And now a similar shot, draw off the side rail. A little bit of right-hand English. Well, a bit more angle, didn't really get into the cue ball, but he's okay. I'd rather have a big angle than be straight on a ball. One shock. One shock. Albin Ocean is out. He got sent to the one-loss side by young 14-year-old Riku Rompinen in the last round, and then the next round he got beat by Eklund Kachi, who is going to be one of the favourites for this tournament as well, I would have thought. Great 10-ball player, big 10-ball break. Yeah, that was a nice shot, played to perfection. Nice angle on this 8-ball, just come the right side of it to stand off the side rail. Up for the 9. Maybe just drawing straight back. A little bit short, he's finished slightly the wrong side, could just drop it in and leave a slight cut on the 10, could draw back of course as well and leave it into this bottom left. It's up to him. Don't listen to me, Aleksa. In it goes, nicely on the 10 ball to take an early lead in this first race to 4. In it goes, so 1-0 to the Serbian. So Robbie James Joaquim Capito, born in June 2001. Wow, 21 years old. He's most known for defeating the reigning world #1 pool player Eklund Kachi at the 2018 World 9-Ball Championships when he was just 17 years old. Former 2-time junior world 9-Ball champion, 2-time junior Asian champion, and 4-time Hong Kong champion. Lovely guy, always around the venues. He's feeling a bit lost, I think, at this particular tournament because his girlfriend, Amber Chen, I'm sure you've heard of her, the Canada Women's Open champion. She's playing in a tournament in Japan at the moment. I'm sure there's plenty of FaceTiming going on. Depending on the time, she might even be watching now. Hi, Amber. We seem to be getting characters back into the sport again now. So our referee racks the balls. They all seem to be called referee, these referees. Breaking from the side then. Dry again. Ball's moving everywhere, but when you break in from the side, you're always trying to make the one in the side. As you can see, when you break from the side, you tend to get a few clusters. And I'm surprised they haven't tried the break from the centre, because if they'd been watching this table, they would have seen that this table is breaking pretty well from the centre. So he's playing a push out. There'll be 60 seconds to decide what he wants to do instead of the general 30. You get a little bit longer after a push out. Is he playing the bank here past the 6? I think he is. A little bit surprised Robbie's left him this, because if he can skim off the side of the 3 ball here when banking the 1, he might just spin up for the 2 ball. Let's see what he does. There you go. Does it pass the 4 ball? I think it does. Well, shakes his head, maybe it doesn't. Played it well. It's never nice when you push out and your opponent makes the ball. Oh, it looks really tight, doesn't it? If he can steal a bit of the angle of the pocket, play it a little bit thicker, slide it off that right hand jaw as we look. Yeah, played it too thin. It was never going to go. So, real chance now for Robbie Capito. Aleksa Yap in action against Jani Uski of Finland. He's taken the first set, Yap. Well, 3 ball does just slide past the 10. Nicely on the 4, just run off the side rail, back over. For the 5 into the same pocket. The purple 4, not to be confused with the purple 5, of course. In this case, of course, it's the orange 5. Now needs a big shot, needs to let out the Capito stroke here. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Well, maybe if you're being critical, a little bit straight, an inch shorter, and it would have been perfect. very pleased to say, well, not really, because it's a bit of a double-edged sword. I'm pleased that he's here, but I'm guessing he's just been beaten by Wojtek Szczęsny.
Yeah, what a fun match that was. I played so much better. I played really well.
You pushed him hard, I saw. 4-3 the first set.
4-2 the first set, and it was hill, and I hit a 2-rail kick shot and just hit it just a hair too hard, left him a shot on the floor, and he ran out. But yeah, I played well. I was very happy with the way I played.
Good to hear, and I'm happy that you're here next to me, because I was, well, not really missing you so much. I think the viewers were missing you, because I was just talking about I don't know what. I was just doing me, Mark White. This, of course, is Tony Robles in the booth with me now. Good to have you here, mate.
It's always great to be here. You know that. About
to level up at one game each. You haven't missed too much, unlike your match. I'm joking.
Well, Robbie's coming to his own as of late.
Yeah, in it goes. Well done. 2 racks played, and they've been shared, and we're going to go for a very, very needed break by me. See you soon. And we are back. Robbie Capito to break off. Rack number 3. Race to 4. I'm sure you all know the format by now.
There's that corner ball kicking that one ball away from the side again.
Seen it so often, haven't we, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
Dry.
If you would have seen the way I hit the last break 3-3 against Wojtek just now and didn't make a ball the way I broke the balls, you would have said that should be against the law. That's how good I hit that break and did not get rewarded for it.
You were robbed, like you stole something. Somebody stole something from you.
But that's how the game is. Sometimes you hit them perfect, you don't make anything. Sometimes you hit them like garbage and you make 3 or 4 balls. Crazy game. So I'm not familiar with this gentleman shooting here. I know I've seen him play in a couple of events before.
Yeah, Aleksa Pecelj. He's been very active on the European stage. He's had a few high finishes in the Euro Tour. Mm-hmm. He's also represented Serbia for his country in the Scotch doubles, in the doubles event, in the World Cup of Pool.
Yes.
Yeah, you might remember him.
World Cup of Pool.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He's played in that a few times.
Did you do commentary for the last match?
I did.
Who won?
It was a brilliant match.
Who won it?
It was
David?
Alex Kazakis against David Alkady.
Mm-hmm.
Alex won it 2-0, but it doesn't really reflect the result, the game, you know.
Right. I know what you're saying.
It was entertaining, very entertaining, and that's all I worry about. So long as it's good fun.
Gotcha.
Good viewing.
And if he's thinking of kicking it 2 rails, sending the 2 between the 3 and the 9. Or he's looking at the 1 railer. Maybe he's going to call the 10.
Not a bad call.
I think the 2 would be the better call because
yeah,
he's probably going to hit it dead solid.
almost.
Wow.
And he's scratched.
Wow.
Well, what a chance now. Well, if you were playing your local tournament on a Saturday night, you'd be going for the 210. I know plenty of people that would be doing that, don't you?
I know people that get mad with other people shoot combinations, and it's in the rules. I don't understand why you get mad for it. I guess because they can't run out or whatever.
Yeah, if you think you can't run out, then why not go for an
No,
early
that I
win?
understand. It just makes me laugh when other people get mad because they are going for the
Yeah,
combo.
yeah. It's good to see so many people in this arena, guys. There's 50 bar box Predator tables in this arena, this Roberts Centre here in Wilmington, Ohio. And tomorrow is team night, and it's starting to get busy. 140 teams are going to converge.
Yeah, this place is going to be packed. It's already crowded. I wonder if he's straight on this shot. If he's straight on this shot, I actually like. Yeah, it's pretty good. He has a nice angle to avoid the side pocket scratch. So I kind of like drawing two rails coming off the bottom rail to gain an angle. Kind of like that. Two rails. That way you're getting an angle in the 5 to come back up for the 6 ball.
Yeah, very important that, wasn't it? To make it easier to get up for the 6. Could have just drawn back, of course, and left any shot, but then you got traffic, Tony. It's rush hour over that side of the table.
Well, even if he froze to the rail, if the cue ball froze to the rail, he still has a nice angle on the 5. Might go right in between the 7 and the 9. A mini tweener here. Oh, he overcut it.
Compensated. And I'm sure those 2 balls and the gap he was trying to get through affected the way he played that shot.
Yeah.
He was worried about just maybe catching the 9 ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he overthought it.
What did Albin Ocean want?
I don't know. I think he's looking for something. Maybe
mean,
a bottle of water he left you or something.
I don't speak Austrian, and I especially can't lip read Austrian. I need to brush up on my skills, Tony. This is such a multilingual sport. I wonder how many countries are actually
Let's see if he tries to go
represented here.
between the side pocket and the 7 here. Yep. Hit it like a dream. Perfect speed.
Are you up for a bit of homework tonight?
For a bit of homework?
Yeah.
From you?
I'm going to give you some homework, and I want the answer tomorrow. I want to know how many countries are represented here out of the 64 players. All right?
How many countries?
And if you don't tell me, if you forget to bring it with you, you're going to get detention.
Detention, okay.
I'm going to make you play me another set of 8 ball. That's your punishment.
You want to rob me is what it is. So yeah, if he has a slight angle here, I think he should play it in the top left-hand pocket. Unless he just wants to stop it and take a slightly more difficult cut on the 8, which is not bad either. Like that. I like that because he gets to shoot the 8 and go towards that 9 ball.
I've kind of got some memories of him in the World Cup of pool with his partner getting slightly angry with him.
Oh, yeah?
That sticks in my mind for I'm sure something like that happened.
I've seen that happen a couple of times.
Especially between Dennis Grabe and his partner. Mark Maggie, that was Dennis's partner. Well, he's got to go up and down. He's got to go uptown and downtown, Tony.
That's right. And a little crosstown, too. Yeah, you might have to shoot this with a little bit of stun follow.
When you say stun follow, where are they striking on the cue ball, Tony?
Slightly above the center with some decent speed. See? Stun follow. 1, 2. Good thing for him, he didn't hit the point.
Have you ever thought of doing some coaching?
What's that?
I want to know if you've got any. I'm trying to make a hint to get you to talk about any upcoming clinics you might have. We'll talk about that.
I'm pretty sure he tried to come before the side pocket, but maybe he accidentally hit some right spin.
Yeah, he did, because if you notice on that shot, it actually checked up and slowed down off that rail. So I'm sure he got a bit of unwanted spin. And we're going to find out what's going to happen in the next chapter when we come back.
Attention everybody, I have an important announcement. Within the last hour, we just had to make a couple of adjustments to the brackets. So please, if you're looking at the bracket on your phone, be sure to refresh your page and verify what time your next match is. Please refresh to verify your match times. Thanks.
And we're back just at the right moment, because Aleksa Pecelj is breaking off 2-1 up, looking to go on the hill in this first set, race to 4 against Hong Kong's Robbie Capito. And
Scratch
in the side pocket.
Let's take a look at that break again. Yep. Just that classic, if you hit it off center a bit, but you have top spin, it'll just curve last second, at the last second, and go straight to the side pocket.
So describe how you would run this particular rack, Tony. Any pitfalls, any difficulties, banana skins?
Well, if he decides to take the combination on the 8, I think he needs to stay on that side where he's at right now, just shoot a stop shot, so that way when he cuts a 3 to the 8, the cue ball has a chance to hit the rail and come across the table for position in the same pocket.
I just saw him do something really smart there. And I think you mentioned it at one point in another match where he wanted to play a really slow roll then, and he moved his hand right up to the almost to the cue ball to play a softer shot.
Yeah. No, he's going to go to the other side, which is not bad either, because you can still play position. But the only thing is that, see, if you overhit it like he did, it becomes a little more difficult to control the cue ball because of the thin hit. And sometimes that either causes you to miss the ball, because now you're thinking about something other than making the shot. And by having the thinner hit, you're going to have more movement in the cue ball and increase the chances of ending up. So he's going to have to hit this good. But yeah, I agree with what you said, Mark.
What did I say? I've forgotten, it was so long.
Where he puts his finger, where he wants to make sure.
Yes, moving the bridge hand closer on for the softer shots. Good tip for amateurs.
Yeah. Let's see if he can manage the speed of the cue ball. Oh, he missed it.
Oh, missed it.
But you
Concentrating
see,
so much on the cue ball.
about?
Yeah. Concentrating so much on it, he missed the pot. Yeah. Hanging his head as he walks back, or looking up to the gods one way or another. So jumping. Got to be careful here. Could end up hooking himself.
Very nice shot. was hoping for some more movement on the cue ball there.
Yeah, it just was always going to catch that 8 ball. It was just which side of it and how.
Now I'm wondering if he's going to try to tuck the 4 ball underneath the 7 and leave the cue ball down table, maybe even possibly behind the 10 or the 8 ball.
Why would you not just play it in behind the 7 or the 5 here, Tony?
You can definitely do that as long as you feel like you can manage the speed. If you have the proper angle, then yes.
What would you consider even playing the carom onto the 5?
That's a little tougher because you have to now figure out how to control the 4 ball. The 4 is already going that side, and if you hit the 5 ball dead square, the cue ball is going to stop near that pocket. So it becomes much more difficult to play position. But I still like, if he can bank it past the 5, trying to lead the cue ball down the table. Let's see what he decides to do. Maybe he's just going to draw behind the 7. Yep. But didn't draw it enough.
No, he hasn't got it.
I think that was a little tough. You had to hit that pretty good because the danger with that shot is if you don't hit it right, that 4 ball is going to come to that side of the table regardless because of the speed that you're required to hit the ball with to draw behind the 7.
I'm actually surprised he didn't put a little bit of left-hand spin on it so that when it caught the rail, it span behind the 7, but he didn't have any on it, did he? So, needs to roll this in, guaranteed to be on the 5.
Wow, that ball skidded on him.
Oh, he's gone wide.
That ball skidded on him.
Well, let's have another look at that.
Let's
we'll
have
see
another
it
look at
in
that.
slow motion. Now
See, look at the ball skid. Look.
Oh, yes, you saw that. You saw the number on the ball actually stop. And yes. Now, there's lots of different opinions on what actually causes skids. We call it a kick in snooker, where you don't get doesn't throw the correct angle, like a little bit of static, or some say it's chalk, or it could even be a hair. Either way, it's a skid. I know we're in the States, but it's like living in the UK at the moment. We're getting 4 seasons in one day in here. It's like a tropical rainforest at 1 second, and the next minute, it's like being in the Arctic. I don't know what to wear, Tony. It's so tough.
You got me dying laughing here. So.
Back to the serious business.
Anyway, he's going to roll forward here a bit. Ooh, almost missed it. Almost missed it.
Now, did he have the cue ball cleaned after that skid?
I don't know, but I can tell you this. After slow rolling a ball like that, almost missing it, I would definitely shoot this 2 rails. Some people prefer to shoot this shot 1 rail. No way. Once you hit that 2nd rail, you're going to go towards that 8, and on top of that, you can let your stroke go a little bit. Try to get into a bit of a groove.
Oh, he's come the other way.
No, that's what I said.
Oh, that's what. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get closer to the ball too.
Beautiful. Well, he's going to get on the hill here, Tony. And it goes, a little ripple of applause. 3-1 on the hill for Pecelj. Let's just have a quick look around the room to see what's going on. Wei Ku, who took the first set against Predator Arcadia. Ko Ping Chung is back in action, but he's a set down to New Zealand's Sullivan Clark. And there, Robbie Capito. Oh, bless you, my son, bless you. And there's, look, there's a legend of the game there. The master there, look.
Yeah. My wife calls him Miyagi. I call him Sifu.
Sifu Miyagi. It sounds like a soup or something.
Well,
referee.
Tell you what, if it weren't for my wife, I wouldn't be able to do all of this. So I love her so much, and I can't thank her enough for her support and letting me go away from home for almost a month to come to these awesome events, the U.S. Open, the Ohio Open, the American 14.1.
Hi, Gail. Hi, Antonio.
Yeah.
Daddy will be home in November.
I'll be home right before. That's why I'm not playing in the International Open. A lot of players are asking me, why aren't you playing in the International Open? Because I promised my son that I'm going to take him trick-or-treating, and I won't miss that for the world. He said, Dad, are you going to take me trick-or-treating before I left?
Oh,
I said, of course I am. I'm going to say no.
I think his mum told him to say that.
Yeah. Robbie's struggling a little bit. No, she wasn't even there. Yeah, he's definitely struggling a little bit. He missed that one ball.
Yeah, if Robbie's got a fault, it's sometimes he lets things get to him a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Robbie, you're 21 years
Is this
old.
a one-loss side match or a winner side match?
I believe it's, I will check for you, Tony. I'm not going to say. I'm pretty sure it's a loser's side match.
Not loser, one loss. These guys are not losers. All right, let's see what he's going to do here.
I consider myself told off, Tony.
And remember how sometimes you see people explaining shots about going towards the line of the next ball?
Yes.
Well, what he's going to do here from the 4 to the 5 is similar, except he's going to go away from the ball, but still on that line.
Yeah.
And I think that's just as important to know. This is assuming that he stops the ball there. If he rolls in and tries to get an angle, no, he's doing it.
That was nice. Smart shot.
Mm-hmm. That's how you slow down the speed of the cue ball. You get a fuller hit on the 3 ball. At one point, you get the cue ball away from the rail. See, he's going away from the ball, but still in that line. So the speed doesn't matter as much. I kind of like shooting the 5 here, Mark, getting on the 6. And depending where, if he gets the cue ball by the spot, he can shoot the 7 and get on the 8 ball near the 9. Or if he chooses to do so, he can shoot the 7 and go 3 rails past the 9, right in between the side pocket and the 9, and play the 8 in the corner that way. It's one of those preference patterns.
Yeah, he can't make up his mind either. He's
Well, I
going to
mean,
have to make it up soon.
He has to make sure that he doesn't have an angle. It's going to run into the 9. I think if he hits it thin enough and still makes it, he can bypass the 9. There you go.
Well, don't hit it on the way back. Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Had a
pretty
little
sure.
bit of unwanted English on that, I think,
Yeah.
and just drew it back over towards, well, the area that he was trying to avoid
That's
in the
right.
first place.
That's right. Well, here now he's going to try to go in line with the 7 in the spot somewhere around that neighborhood. Now he's going to go 1 rail, inside spin.
Grabbing the extension very quickly.
He obviously liked this shot better. Either one is fine, because even if he left the cue ball by the spot, he's still going to go towards the 8. If he hits this one with inside English, he's also going to go towards the 8. Very nice. Fast player, too. I'm enjoying watching him play.
Yeah, it was like the first match we watched today. Do you remember that one?
Mm-hmm. With Darren Appleton?
I wasn't actually
And-
talking
and-
about
and
that one. I
Fortulski,
wasn't
yeah.
in for that one, but yes, that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Held it for the 9 in the side. He's got the right angle on it, just to. Well, he's a little bit sharp on it, Tony, I guess. Would you draw this to the side rail and back out?
If I have too much, it's a little tough to tell from this view, but if I have too much angle, then yes, I'm going to draw off the rail and then go towards that 10 ball. If I don't, if I can hit it with follow and get past the 10 and spin it to the right, then see, that's a better angle there. And it's easy to draw when you're that close to the ball. Don't have to hit it that hard at all. Very nice.
Delicate little shot, wasn't it? The amount of action he got, nice timing.
That's a hanger for you.
So first set then goes to the Serbian Aleksa Pecelj. And we're going to be back with the second set, guys, after a very, very short break. Don't miss it. It's getting hot. Welcome back. What a lovely picture that is. Look, the Arcos II balls. And just a quick thanks to all our sponsors for this Fargo rated sponsored US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. Also to Kamui, of course, to Medea Light, Seabert's Billiard Supplies. Guys, I promise you, you need any supplies, go to seaberts.com. They have everything you need if you're a pool fan. And of course, and if you've got any money left whatsoever, go and invest some in cryptocurrency, Alpha Coin. And then if you've got any more left over, go and buy yourself a Jam Up Apparel t-shirt.
I'm impressed that you have so many contracts with so many companies.
Shh.
Aguri hit that. Well, let's see.
Oh.
You got the friendly bumperoni? Nope.
Well, he's left a chance here. Now, does that 2 past the 9? If it does, this is lovely. Just play a stop shot on the 1, Tony.
Yeah, I will be surprised if it doesn't go past the 9 because he just looked at it and just ran to the 1.
Yeah, he's digging down on the cue ball, wants to stop that cue ball dead. Like that. Beautiful. Hey, he even got a little bit of a run, an inch run, which helped him a little bit as well.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That was a very good shot. Very well executed.
He'll have to dig down on this one as well, though, Tony. Needs to just stop the cue ball again if he can.
Yeah, I think he's fine here. He gets an angle on the 3 ball and then draw across the table for the 4, either in the corner or in the side, whatever his preference is, to come up for the 5.
You know, we said this about Mieszko Fortunski earlier. He just needs to speed up a bit, you know. When Mieszko plays his best pool, when he's got that nice, fast rhythm, like the Tony Drago. And I think this guy here does.
Yeah. No, I agree. He doesn't like this angle. He should shoot off the 7 and draw off the 7.
Yeah, draw off the 7.
It's almost like running the cube onto a cushion, except you're hitting it with draw. So once you hit the 7,
yeah,
well, he's gonna draw it. So he's gonna have to put a little spin on this. He wants to spin it past the 5 ball. Oh, he stunned it. Wow, man, you got to be young and fearless to shoot that one in these pockets. I mean, look how hard he had to hit that. If your stroke is even just a hair off, you're not making that ball.
I've just seen somebody enter the arena. Now, we have our own Superman in the pool world, but there is another Superman in the CueSports world. His name is Brian Pawley, and he's an artistic pool world champion, and he's also the president of the WPA Artistic Pool Federation. Oh, did he get a skid?
Another skid.
He got another skid.
Can we see that again?
Wow.
I can't believe he's already had 2 skids this match.
Well, that's enough to send
Look at
anyone
that. Watch
over the
watch
edge.
a ball skid.
Yeah, you see what happened?
Wow.
It went straight up. It didn't take the proper cut. Well, I don't know what chalk either of them are using. A lot of them say it's the chalk. This guy here is using Taum, I believe, by the looks of it. And Robbie is using Master, I think.
That'll do it for me personally.
Yeah, and a lot of players have told me that the worst chalk for that is Master. I don't want to cast aspersions or badmouth anyone, but that's just what I've been told, Tony, and it's coming from you as well.
Well, Little Chris, who has a YouTube channel, put me onto Tom, and he gave me a piece, and I haven't been able to stop using it. I've only had 1 skid since I started using it about 5-6 months ago. Before that, I had ball skidding all the time. So Chris actually did me a favor, so thank you, Chris. But I spoke to John Schmidt about it, and John Schmidt told me not too long ago when I was in Michigan, he told me that with the Tom chalk, he's only had 1 missed cue in almost 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. It doesn't leave residue on the ball when you strike it.
Other chalks are available, of course. We have to say that. You go and make your choice. We'll give you we'll give you our opinion, but you can always just go and choose yourself. Of course you can. It's a free country.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing like 43 years. I use Master for about 38, 39 years.
So do I. Maybe that's...
That's why you're a master.
Maybe that's why I'm missing.
That's why. No, that's why you're a master.
They call me the Miss Master.
Don't let this guy fool you. He can run out.
Okay.
And he runs out fast, too. He gets hyper when he's on the table.
Yeah, that's my trouble. I end up too quick for myself. They call me Whirlwind White. They actually do. That was my nickname.
He's probably going to have to play it in the same pocket. Unless he wants to hit it. I don't know if I want to risk hitting it hard. I like that shot better.
Yeah, Robbie sat in his chair there looking pretty down. And as you would after those skids.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
it
it's
goes.
2 of them already.
He's punished him for it. And I can remember being at the US Open last week. Jason Shaw was 4-2 down against Lee Van Corteza. He was in. He got to the 2 and got an awful skid on the 2 and never got another shot.
I believe it.
Was beaten 9-2. So they can be costly. Let's just have another run around the room very, very quickly. I'm back. Right, latest scores for you. Michael Schneider is playing defending champion Mario He. Mario He 2-1 up in their first set. What else is going on? I know there's lots going on. Ko Ping Chung is a set down, and they're 1-1 in the second to Sullivan Clark. Bader Al-Wahadi is a set down to Kuo Wei. And To Lian Han is a set up against Jia Chen Hio. Oh, no, Hio Chu Chen, sorry. I need to go for lessons. And Mark White in the booth with me is Juan Antonio Robles.
Yes, sir. Let's see what he
Oh,
does
look
here.
at that. Lovely close-up there of the cloth, of the Arcadia cloth.
Almost scratched there.
Almost scratched. Look at that. Just nestling against the point. Robbie Capito must be thinking, what's the point in playing at the moment? He's had 2 awful skids.
Yeah, he's going to need to get those kids out of his mind if he expects to stay in the match. I like what he's doing here. He's messing up the 3 and the 4 even more.
Yep, so he's just played the push out, guys. And now it's Aleksa's choice whether he wants to play this or not, or give it back. I can't see him giving it back.
Wondering if he's considering trying to leave the cue ball underneath the 3, or if he's trying to run into the 6 ball. He runs into that 6 ball and he hits right in between it, the 9 and the 6, but hits the 6 first. That cue ball creep underneath the 8 and the 2. Good thing about that shot is if he hits at the right speed, the 1 might stop in front of the 7 if the cue ball hits the 6.
He's digging down, coming back.
He's going to do the double bubble. The double bank shot. I mean, he must have felt good about that shot, because sometimes when you shoot that shot, you want to make sure you don't make a double bank and then end up snookering yourself.
Oh, he's going for the jump. What's he playing here?
I don't know. I wonder if he called the 1 or the 10.
Or the
I'm not
10,
sure.
yeah. I wondered if he called the 10. He's had a change of heart, has he? No, he's
Yeah, I
going
think he just
for
called
it.
extension.
Got to keep the cue ball on the table here. This could go ugly. Oh, he played it well, but no result. He's not out of this by any means. You're never out of this format. That's
Nope.
the good thing, isn't it, Tony? You can lose the first set 4-0, but you can still come back and win it on
Yeah,
a shootout.
I had a chance. I unfortunately didn't make a ball in the break in the last, but I had a chance. I lost the first set 4-2 and failed to make a ball in the break 3-3.
Let it go, let it go.
I wonder if the 3-4, no, the 3-4 is not straight. I can see it from the other angle.
But does he have the angle to move it here, Tony? Maybe he can go into them.
But it all depends on the angle. Let's see what kind of angle he has. If he has an angle, we can hit half of the 3 and get it out of there without having the 4 interfering, then why not?
Why not? Go into them. Little bit unfortunate. Got the double kiss, didn't he?
We got the double kiss on the 4, I think, but he did hit half of the 3.
If he'd have just caught a little bit less of the 3.
But he can play safe here.
He's got control of the table, as you always say.
He's going to try to put the cue ball in front of the 7 or the 6-9. Good shot. Very nice. Wonder if he left a little gap there for Robbie. Let's see. Might be able to kick it from there. Nope, he's going to have to jump. He's going to try to go 2 or 3 rails. If he's, unless he's trying to put him behind the 8. Nope. Ooh. You know, it's the second time we've seen that happen today.
You know them videos you get sent sometimes where a spider comes out at you or something? I just did that to the screen. I thought the ball was coming towards me.
Wow. He hit that a little too hard. He's just trying to make sure he has enough speed to get up table if he need it.
It makes you realise that when you see people that jump like Jesus Asensio and Fedor Gorst, how well they control everything, you know, where they land on the ball, the pace, the draw, the follow, whatever. Play it so well, and it's an art.
He practices so much. That's why he hits it so well. I mean, yeah, I think he's the best in the world at doing the double jump.
Jesus or Fedor?
I've never seen Fedor do this double jump.
Have you not?
No.
Okay.
I don't know he can do it. Does he do it often?
I saw it in Arizona, yeah.
That's nice.
Maybe he can do it. Of course, Jesus, we saw that famous one as well that he done.
Came a little short there, Mark.
Yeah, a bit more angle than he would have wanted on this 4 ball. So he's got to figure out a way where he can get position using a little bit more pace. Can't see him dropping this in dead weight, can you?
He's going to have to either slow roll it and play the 5 in the opposite pocket or go up and down.
He slow rolled it.
In opposite
what
pocket.
A brave shot.
It's a great shot, yeah.
Now then, how does he get to the 6? Does he play the 6-9, Tony?
He plays a bank.
Bank on the 6?
I kind of like the bank because when you go for the bank, you're shooting to a full open pocket. Whereas when you're shooting that combination, I don't even know if he can see enough of the 6 to shoot a combination. I think he has a better shot at making the billiard, but I think he's going to play for the bank.
Well, he seems to be pretty composed, and this looks dead on.
Let's see if he can bump into the 7. If not, he might have to bank the 7 too.
Full in the face.
Oh, he got it.
Nicely played.
Nice. Now just kill it with a little bit of draw here. Soft draw. Little stun.
Tim de
You don't
Ruyter.
want to hit it too low. You don't want to run into the 9 ball.
Tim was telling us about, he spent a lot of time with this guy on the Euro Tour and was telling us he's a great player. And we're seeing flashes of it here, Tony.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to go back and forth. No, he's going to stun
he's
it.
held. He's got a lovely little touch game as well, hasn't he? Of course, we love seeing the big stroke where they draw the cue ball 18 feet, but it's also nice to see those little touch shots occasionally.
Yeah. I like going 2 rails on this one. Very easy position for the 10 in the corner from there.
Yeah, I think Robbie will be a little bit worried at this stage. Things haven't gone his way when he's had the chance. He's had 2 horrible skids. If I was him, I'd get rid of that chalk. And in it goes. And we're going to go, but not for long. We'll be back. Welcome back, guys and girls around the world, to Roberts Centre here in Wilmington, Ohio. Things really hotting up in the arena, breaking from the side. Aleksa Pecelj, 2-0, looking to go on the hill. Well, look,
control the cue ball beautifully there.
Wondered if that 6 was going to go.
Going to do a little kick and stick over here. Can also go 2 rails if he wants to go that route.
Yeah, he can push as well, of course. Are you not pushing here down into this bottom left-hand corner?
I might. It all depends on how I feel in the situation. If I see that I can kick it, I might just go ahead.
Or could he kick it in? Could he kick and cut it in?
He's going to push to where the 10 is.
It's called a push.
You know what Francisco does so well too? I've been watching him do this over and over lately. He'll have a shot like where he's leaving the cue ball now. Oh, I thought he was going to push like to the bottom cushion. Never mind, but let's say the cue ball's in the bottom cushion.
Yeah.
Francisco hit that 1 ball, slow roll, come off the rail and leave the cue ball right behind the 5. I mean, it's an extremely difficult shot to control. But over here, I would be surprised if Robbie doesn't thin this and end up leaving the cue ball behind the 8-4-9. Just don't want to hit it too full and send the one to the other side of the table to the point where it leaks out and lets him see that's perfect right there. Very nice.
Oh,
did he?
No, he's
did he
okay.
let him?
No, he's okay.
Did he let him see? I can't tell.
No.
No. He has to curve. If he's going to curve, he's going to go 2 rails. Okay. Wait. He just called the ball in the corner pocket, so you're assuming he's going to go 2 rails.
I think he's
looking at his options.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to hit this too hard if he decides to go the 2 rail route, because he wants to leave the cue ball downtown and the 1 ball uptown.
He's just used his extension. He's got about 10 seconds left, I would think.
Oh, he missed it.
Almost cut it in. It's a way to play that, because if you catch it, you're more or less guaranteed at least distance, Tony, maybe even a snooker.
Well, this is a opportunity for Robbie to come within 1. As we said before, it's never over with this format.
It's never over until it's all she wrote.
Nice soft throw here to control the 4 in front of the pocket.
That will be on the back of his mind, though.
Yeah.
Those skids that he's had, Tony.
Oh, yeah. 2 rails out to the center of the table.
Yeah, you saw a bit of chalk on the ball there. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
If I was him, I would ask for that ball to be cleaned.
I would too if I see a skid, a chalk mark there, for sure.
Nice little stop shot here. Maybe draw it back a couple of inches there. You see the chalk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all over.
3 bits of chalk.
It's all over. Yeah. That's why you're getting skids.
it's got all kinds of measles on it.
Even from here, you can see it, Mark.
Yeah. And I believe strongly that if that piece of chalk is the bit that hits the actual contact point on the object ball, that's what causes a mini explosion. But anyway, no problem this time for Capito. In it goes. He brings it back to 2 racks to 1. So, Tony, now your run in this particular tournament is over. So what do you do now to prepare for the next one? It's going to be the straight pull at Q Masters in Virginia. So how do you prepare now? When do you leave here? And tell us your next week. What's the plan?
Well, of course, I'm going to be here doing commentary for the remainder of the event. We finish on Saturday evening. Once we finish, I'm going to drive like halfway up to Virginia and then stay in a hotel and then drive the rest in the morning, so that way I'll have plenty of time to practice for 4 or 5 hours on the diamond tables there at Q Masters in Virginia Beach for the 14.1, American 14.1.
I was there last year. I got there actually on the final night. I was actually there for the international, which follows at that immediately, of course. So I missed all the action, but I was in the room, and it was a tremendous room, a room with a lot of history as well in it. Anyway, back to the present day. Robbie Capito breaking off to try and pull level in this second set. He's 1 set down.
Oh, that cue ball's going to go straight in the corner.
Way.
He caught a bit of a roll there.
3 ball on its way. Well, once again, threatening the pockets. The white getting kicked all over the place. The 3 I thought was guaranteed to drop. It didn't, and there's a shot on the 1 ball here for Aleksa Pecelj. If he can win this one, he'll be on the hill. Great Vietnamese player we saw earlier on, Duong Quoc Hong. Brilliant player we saw. Unfortunately went out on a shootout. He's just gone through, though, on the 1 loss side. 2 straight sets.
To who?
Oh, I was hoping he wasn't going to ask that. To another Vietnamese, Luong Duc Tien.
Gotcha.
You did that on purpose. You looked at my screen. You looked at my screen and said, "Right, I'm going to get him to say the surname as well, the opponent as well."
No, I was looking to see if the angle he had on the 1.
So
I wonder if Robbie can make this in the side.
Yeah, what reward is there? Maybe a 210.
Well, if he can hit it with confidence, with a little bit of speed, and come out to the center of the table, he doesn't have to go that far just to get enough of a cut. That is a pretty tight fit right there. I think he's looking at it.
Yeah, never easy into the sides, especially if I think he's playing safe, Tony.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he does, I don't blame him. I mean, it's a very tough shot from there.
Wow, he went for it. Kudos to you, sir.
Yeah, it's like I said, even anywhere near the center, even if you're parallel to the 2, you're fine. Because at least you have an opportunity to cut the ball there. But the thing is that these are the ones that skid when the ball is very dirty.
Ooh, don't say that.
Yeah. I'm not.
Don't tempt fate.
No. Uh-oh, he's not going to be happy with this.
Oh dear, the jump cue's going to come out again. He's run for it.
Yeah, he tried to go right in between them, but unfortunately ran into the 9 first.
Needs to get to the 4 as well, so he wants to cut this slightly. Oh, he's bent. What's he doing?
I would try to hit. He might hit rail first. Yeah.
Oh, just caught the 5. Does that alter anything? No, it's okay.
Well, that's a much better shot anyway, because he can control the ball better.
Yeah.
So he's going to roll it into the corner, come out to the center of the table. Wow.
It's a sign of when you're low on confidence, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
just not potting the balls cleanly, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You're scraping them off the edges all the time. But he made the ball. That's all that matters for now.
Again, the center of the table is where you want to stop here. There you go.
Nicely played.
Oh, he finally told him
Yes,
to
finally.
clean the cue ball.
I tell you. Referee putting his little gadget out. There you see, perfectly clean cue ball. No blue chalk on it whatsoever.
Gonna stun it a bit. Oh no, he followed that one. I don't think he had that much angle.
Played it nicely.
Yeah.
Okay, slightly the wrong side. He'd rather be going across straight towards the 8, but it's okay.
Yeah,
He's
but
got angle.
he's still good here. Just one rail out past the 9 ball.
Anywhere but straight, and it's not, so that's fine.
I always like hitting the second rail. I know some players like coming short of the rail, but I always like hitting the second rail. That way I guarantee myself an angle every single time.
Yeah, he's on it nicely.
It's just to tie it 2-2.
This match by no means over. Capito is having a fight, and Aleksa Pecelj is on his way out of the arena for a little break. And we're going to go for one as well, I think, just for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back very soon with the conclusion of this match. And we are back. The players aren't, but I tell you, I've got a nice little story for you. Now, in the audience, there's a guy with a red cap. The guy next to him in the blue with the glasses, and we're going to zoom in on him as much as we can now. That is Brian Pauly, and his nickname is Superman, and he is president of the Artistic Pool Federation. And I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Artistic Pool World Championships down in there in the league room a couple of weeks back, and his nickname's Superman. And the reason he's here, we wanted to try and arrange some kind of exhibition between that Superman right there on your screen and Roberto Gomez, the Superman.
Great.
So what we did was we sent some trick shots, 5 trick shots that Brian sent me, 2 Roberto Gomez. I've given them to him. He's going to learn the trick shots, and then we're going to get the 2 Supermen together and see who is the champion. So they're going to do 5 trick shots and a race to 5 at 10 ball as well. And we're going to find out who the real Superman is, and the other one has got to change their nickname. How about that?
That's great.
Nice, huh?
When is that taking place?
We don't know. We were trying to do it at the Predator booth at the table, but there's no Predator booth here at this one because it was just too small. But we are going to be doing it. It's going to be coming up, so I don't know when, but it will happen.
Okay.
So
I'm looking forward to that. I never met Brian Pauly in person. I spoke to him on the phone because he did an interview with me for a magazine. And so I get to meet him in person finally. That's great. And I get to see him in action.
Yeah, he's an ex-world champion, and he's president now, and he still participates, and he participates, but runs the tournament. He's tournament director at the same time and does all the announcements, the intro, everything. Great guy, terrific guy. Now, that man sat there, what must be going through his mind? He's 2-2.
You're not just saying that he's a terrific guy because he said great things about you.
Did he say great things about me?
No, when he met you in person.
Oh, he didn't say good things about me. Look, he's gone, look. He heard us talking, he's gone.
It's not the same. The match is never the same unless I tease you a bit, right?
I wonder if he's gone to change into his Superman outfit. Yeah. He has actually got one as well. Right, back to the serious business here. This is the FargoRate sponsored US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. 1 set up. Pecelj, Capito breaking 2-2, hoping to win this set to force a shootout.
And there's that corner
There
ball.
goes
he made
the
a ball.
one ball.
He made 2 balls, maybe nope.
Wow, how many?
Yeah, does he have a shot on the 2? Oh wow, yes he does.
Look at that 4 ball still spinning.
I just don't know if he can hit it with enough force to make it and still make it and get the cue ball to come back.
Put some extra into that one, Tony, didn't he?
See, watch the 2 ball. Let's look at the 2 ball. Look how the 2 ball. Look at the 2 ball. Look, stops right in front of the pocket.
He's looking now. Can he
might
run
be too
it
straight?
Can he draw back off it? I know it's an acute angle.
Well, he's going to hit it low. Oh, he has enough angle.
Oh, nice shot.
Very nice.
Could be more drama to come. This format, the 2 races to 4, you're never out of it. Always got a chance.
Looks to me like at some point he might end up, depending how he gets on the 7. He has an advantage that the 6 is on the opposite side of the 7.
Played this very nicely.
Oh yeah, because if he gets correct on the 7, he can actually shoot to run into the 8 ball.
Yeah, so this is the shot. This is the important shot now because he needs to get the correct angle on that ball.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get too straight on the 6. Yeah, I think he got on the wrong side of the 6. I'm not sure.
He has. He's on the wrong side of it, Tony.
Yep, he needs to get on the other side so he can go, you know, off the rail and end up with a nice angle on the 7 and run into the 8. Just bump it just a little bit. Even bump the 9 out and stop the cue where the 9 is. Yeah, he might have no choice but to bank the 8 mark. Unless he plans on stopping the cue ball there, maybe that's what he's looking at, and then go forward 1 rail, hit the bottom rail, and go towards the 9 or the 8. I mean, the only other option I see is draw across the table and shoot the 7 in the opposite pocket, and then come bottom rail and run into one of those.
Just in the schedule for tomorrow, I mean, we've still got another match tonight, of course, to come. But the schedule, first match in the morning, 10 a.m. Fedor Gorst, 2-time winner of the Arizona Pro Billiard Series, is up against Mika Immonen. So that's the first match tomorrow morning. I want to get on the roster for that one. Do you want to do that one with me, or do you want to have a little bit of a lay-in, Tony?
Well, I let Nick decide that. Nick is a man.
Nick
He's
Till,
the one in charge of the schedule.
Yep.
And I don't want to take away from his schedule. Whatever he decides is fine with me. It's always a pleasure being here with you or with Tim.
Oh, what a shot this is. Oh, how unlucky is that? When it's not your day, it's not your day. I tell you, I cannot describe how difficult that shot is he's just played there. Look at the amount of right-hand English. I hope Brian Paulley saw that, because that's almost a trick shot. Wow.
He couldn't do that if he tried. He couldn't do that if he tried. To be able to double kiss it and end up stopping to the point where you might not. I assume he can't see the 8. I mean, where you can't even see the ball. That's insane. He's going to have to try to kick save him here. He's going to have to hit this really soft. So that if he gets about half of that 8 ball,
Pecelj peering around the corner.
Really soft.
Oh, he's played it well.
Nope.
He's got no result, though. He caught it a little bit too thin.
Yeah, but even if he can't make it, he's going to lock him up.
Oh, I think he makes
but
this,
I think
Tony,
he's going to go. You got to go for this. I looked at it. See, it goes from this angle. I'm looking at the actual table, and it definitely goes.
I cannot believe what just happened on that. Just shows you anything.
That was
can
an important rag. That's to go on the hill. Oh, that definitely goes.
Yeah. Wow, that's a dreadful miss. Why did he play it so hard?
I can't believe what I just saw.
Why has he played it that pace? And so thick.
No, I don't think he hit it with the wrong speed. He just didn't cut it enough. I thought the speed was fine. Oh, look, he overdrew this. Oh,
both players now suffering with the pressure, I guess. Now, does he just stop it and take his medicine, or draw it all the way
and just
back?
cut it in? The 10 is close enough to the pocket. It's. I mean, some people like to draw one rail and then get close to it.
He's going for this.
Yeah,
he's going for the big draw.
He feels comfortable with it.
Oh, he's gone round. Where's that cue
like
ball?
that shot.
Don't scratch.
That's why I don't like that shot.
That's.
Even if he doesn't
It's going to
scratch.
pull up. It's going to pull up.
Even if he doesn't scratch, I don't think that was the right shot.
Clean the cue ball, please, he says. I don't want to kick on this. The clock will be stopped. Start the clock again. You hear the scream in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I normally hear start the car. Let's get out of here quick. Yeah, well played, Robbie. Well played, Robbie, after that tragedy on the 8 ball.
Just when you thought that Aleksa was going to get on the hill, look what happens.
Just incredible. Let's have a quick run around the room. Well, I've got a shock for you. Ko Pin Han, the youngest, has been beaten in a shootout by Predator Arcadia. So
just now?
Just now. Dennis Grabet has just gone through on a shootout. He loves a shootout. He does. He was involved in that huge one. I mean, he just wants to play the shootout. He said, I don't even want to play 2 sets. Let's just go straight to the shootout.
How about Sharik?
What's he doing?
Look at him. He played Ko Pin.
He's beaten Ko Pin 2-0.
I've been saying this, that I consider him the most improved this year on the tour, Sharik.
And there's no one worked harder at his game either. I have to say that. And he actually works at he's in charge actually here of the Ronnie O'Sullivan Snooker Academy in Singapore. And Ronnie was there recently. So good luck to you, Sharik Saeed. Good friends with Aloysius Yap. He actually is Aloysius Yap's coach.
I just don't feel like the balls are spreading well, breaking from the corner like they would breaking from the center. I mean, you know how there are days that when you play, after the break, you feel like you're connecting the dots, and then other days you feel like you're trying to solve Rubik's Cube?
I've never done either. I really haven't ever done a Rubik's Cube. Well,
I did it when I was a kid. It took me forever, but nowadays...
I took it all apart and put it back together in the right order.
Why am I not surprised? Let's see if he can squeeze that one by the 9. I think that's a plan. Oh, wow, look at this. Look how good he hit that shot.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
He's been hanging out a lot. He's been hanging out a lot with Carlo Beato. And Robbie told me that he thought that he used to work hard on his game until he met Carlo earlier this year when he came from Hong Kong. And he said Carlos has inspired him to work even harder. He thought he was working hard. He said what I was doing was nothing compared to what Carlos was doing.
Yeah, it just shows
He's
you, doesn't
working
it?
way harder now. That's why he almost won the last tournament.
I think there's a train leaving platform 4, Tony. It's not your train, is it? So, a decent jump. But I think, has he left it? Don't think it's quite enough of it. No, he's looking at just swerving it round slightly. Oh, I don't think he can swerve this, can he? Because he'll hit the 10.
I mean, the 10 is just barely blocking him. I think if he can jump with his even with his playing cue from there. Problem is controlling the cue ball.
Yeah, as you say, only just has to jump the edge. But I thought the problem was he couldn't see enough of it anyway. But anyway, let's see.
See, he's doing it with his jump, with his break cue. He's jumping. He doesn't really have to jump over much of the ball.
Well, he was going all out there, and as he left it, well, if this one ball doesn't go, what do you think, Tony? You're going to call me crazy. What do you think of having a go at the 10?
I don't think the 10 goes past the 8.
It doesn't?
It's frozen.
Okay. I said it was crazy.
Might try to leave the cue ball underneath the 9 or the 4. That's what he might want to do right there. And then the 9 or the 4. Very nice. Left him easy. He might have left him a piece of the 1.
Yeah, there you see.
See?
It's
10 doesn't
frozen.
go.
I love that marking, the Predator head on the balls. That was quite a clever idea, that, wasn't it?
So he's calling it.
He's got the jump cue.
Been overcutting everything today, right, with the jumps?
Yes. Why is that, Tony?
But let's see how much. Look, you see that? Sean Putnam once told me that you can aim the cue ball. Sean Putnam was regarded as the best jumper many years ago in the country, in the 90s when he played in the Pro Tour. He said if you hit it too hard and the ball's actually too high up in the air when it reaches a 1, you could still end up being in line with the correct spot. But since you're landing on top of the ball, you're going to end up hitting the top of the ball and overcutting it every single time.
Because you're going to basically spin the object ball.
Well, it's not so much spinning. It's when if you're here, and this is a goal spot. I mean, I know the audience can't see that, and you're trying to hit this spot. If you're trying to hit this spot, but the cue ball is still in the air and it hits the top of it, it ends up hitting it on this side, so it overcuts it. Even though you're in direct line, you're not hitting it head on.
You're going to have to make a video of that and put it on your YouTube channel for us.
I got a little plan for the YouTube, little idea I came up with. You're gonna be part of one video.
Am I?
Oh yeah.
Have you asked me for permission yet?
No, that's why I'm putting the pressure on now, so that way you, in front of a live
Can't
audience.
say no. You know, anything for you, mate. You've helped me a lot.
I appreciate that.
And I'm here to help you any way I can.
I appreciate that. I asked a couple of the fellas, and they say the same thing. They do anything, whatever I need. You know what it's like here. We're like a second family.
Oh, that's
Gonna
a nice
hit the 3.
kick. Yeah, but
Still
look
got him
how well
behind the
he
8. Yeah,
controlled
no,
the
he hit it
cue
good.
ball. Beautiful. Well controlled.
I would imagine he called it, right,
Another
Mark?
jump shot. Yeah, he's
Let's see,
persisting
let's see,
with
let's
this. Too thick, that one.
Yeah. But that one wasn't in the air when he hit the one. The cue ball was actually on the playing surface.
Yeah.
He just hit it. He just hit it too thick. I mean, yeah, too thick. See?
He's been very reliant today, hasn't he, on the jump cue? And I think if you're really good with it, then yes, but
Yeah.
hasn't had a lot of success with it.
What if he's going to go for it and try to play the two in the side? Or overcut the one ball and bank it one rail and send the cue ball behind those balls? Or cross bank it? He's going to go for it. Wow, he hit it great. Look how good he hit that one, Mark. Man. Look how good he hit that one. Look. This ball took a little dip.
Wow. I mean, that really is such a difficult shot to play. If you're
It is.
playing that shot well, you know you're cueing well.
Especially at that speed. And look, he just asked the ref to clean the cue ball again. Very smart.
Start the clock. Cleaning process is over. Mario He in action. Defending champion. He's 3-3 in the first set against Swiss Michael Schneider.
Look at that shot, Mark. Very nice. Nicely controlled. Hit it with confidence, just like he hit the one ball with confidence. And I have to say, I'm impressed with the shot that he made, considering that if he missed it, he might have lost this rack in the set and go to a shootout. Did he overhit this?
Oh, he has overhit it, has he?
No,
he's okay.
he's good.
He's okay. Now, a little bit of traffic that will come back, will he, Tony, between the 9 and the 10?
I like going 3 rails here.
Oh, yeah, like that. Beautiful.
Don't have to hit it that hard. Can control it nicely. Can even play the 7 in the side here if he doesn't want to move the cue ball much.
Oh, he's got hold of that.
Wow,
he's bumped
he
it.
came at that 7 at the perfect angle to not get stuck. He didn't mean to do that, but I'm just saying that he caught a roll there.
Yeah, caught it full in the face. There's Dennis Grabet. He's into tomorrow's action. Just won on a shootout, as we told you earlier. Hoping to avoid a shootout is this guy at the table, Aleksa Pecelj from Serbia, looking to go hill-hill.
Go right past the 10 ball, center of the table. I love the speed that he hit that with. You know why? Because had he slow rolled that ball, there's always a chance it's going to skid, considering how many skids we've had this match.
Yep. In it goes.
Hill.
And out we go. And we'll be back with the decider straight after the break. There's the messages from our sponsors, and what a great thing they're doing for our sport, putting the money where the mouth is. 25,000 first prize, 15 to the runner-up for this year's winner of the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. Hill, second set, 1 ball in the side. Has he got a shot at the 2? He has. Look at the 3 ball as well over the side. 5 ball. Okay,
yeah.
He's all right as well. Key ball, Tony, the 5.
Let me see. I need to see the layout.
Almost thought it would be lovely if that 3 ball.
Got a nice friendly bumperoni there on the 8-5.
Yeah, look at that, still spinning that 5. I think that's what hugged it to the rail when it hit when the 8 hit it.
Yeah. I told you about that request that I had, strange request that I had one time for a lesson, right?
Yeah, I want to learn to spin the ball.
I want to learn. I want to rack 3 balls, and I want you to teach me how to break and have all 3 balls spinning at the same time. I said, what? No, but he was dead serious, though. That's the funny thing. I said, no one can teach you that. Okay, I'll go ask someone else. He's probably still looking for someone. Oh, man.
So this
See, I wonder
position critical now. 3
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
wondering
4.
if he can hit it thick enough to get on leave the cube on that side for the 4, or if he has to get precise, because he might be able to play in the same pocket. Maybe let's see if he can play in the same pocket. No, that's good. It's real good.
Key shot coming up. Now he wouldn't mind being more or less straight on this, would he, Tony? Just off straight.
Oh, you mean on the 5 ball?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you meant the 4
No,
ball.
the- on the 5
4
ball,
he
yeah.
needed the angle. He got perfect on the 4 ball there. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have an angle so I can keep the cube off the rail. Sit with an USB so you come off the rail a bit. That's it.
Just dodge the 8, get the cue ball back into the centre of the table, and the match is yours.
It's a nice little cinch draw.
Mario He has taken the first set against Michael Schneider. Aloysius Yap through.
Wonder if he's going to play in the same pocket here. Yep. Draw back to where he's up at right now, more or less.
Robbie Capito looking a beaten man, and you have to have sympathy for the guy. He's had some bad rolls, literally.
Those 2 skids did cost him, I think.
3 shots away from a place in the next round. One.
Whoa.
2 to go. Oh. Now, does he draw across to the rail and back out again, Tony?
Yeah, he does. I just thought he's a little disappointed. I think he didn't expect the cue ball to run that much, but I thought he was just going to roll it in and just go across the table. But maybe he's thinking of the skid.
Yeah, face going a little bit red. The pressure's on. It's drama once again in Robert's centre. Oh, in it goes. He's played it perfectly.
Yeah, he banked it in a bit. He knows it too.
Oh, Robbie, poor Robbie will be feeling dreadful. And in it goes. Congratulations, though, to the Serbian. I think he was the better player overall. Aleksa Pecelj will advance. Robbie Capito will go home. Next up, Victor Zelensky versus Chang Jun Lin. In the booth for that will be Tim de Ruyter. I've been Mark White, and who have you been?
Juan Antonio Robles.
Good night.